Hi, I'm Juanita from Nearby Artisans, and did you know that you could use your Silhouette Studio software to make a floor plan to help in redecorating your house or in rearranging it? I am changing my craft room. My craft room is in a variety of 3 different rooms, including my dining room, but my daughter moved out, and I have this really great room that she graduated from college and is on her own now. So I have this really great room that I can turn into a craft room. I like the color. I like the brightness from these windows. The sun comes in here early in the morning, and this is the room I've decided to use as my craft room. These are the dimensions for the room, and these are the pieces of furniture that I want to fit in it. The room is 8 by 8 feet wide. I'm using the architect's measurements of 1 inch equals 1 foot. And so I created an 8 by 8 inch square. I'm just going to put it here, line it up with the grid. I created this to represent the windows. It's 6 inches by 0.1. And I made this so that when I put the windows, I kind of know as I'm placing things where the windows hit. So the windows are on this side 1.5 inches. 18 inches. So I'm going to put this 18 inches. So I'm putting this 1.5, what would be 1.5 feet from the edge here, from the edge of the wall. So I also have 2 doors, this door, and then I have a door exactly like it on the other side of the room. And I'm going to create doors by using this tool right here. Now, if I don't have that tool, I could just use the straight line tool and put it at right angles and then use a circle to make that little arch there. But I have this tool, so I'm going to hold down my Shift key. I'm going to pull that straight down to approximately 2.6. And if I don't get it exact, that's okay, because I can go up here and change it. So I'm going to put 2.6 because I want this as accurate as I can get, because I'm also going to take this floor plan to my craft store, my home deck store, to get shelving for any places that I have room. So this is 2.6. This door is approximately 2.5 feet from this little corner here. So I'm putting it 2.5, so I'm putting it right here. And then I'm going to create the other door by clicking on my Alt key and clicking on that and getting this. And this needs to be flipped completely around to the opposite. So I am going to mirror that horizontally and vertically. There's probably a better way to do that, but that's just what I'm going to use for now. And this door opens up that way into the wall. Now, as I'm moving these things around, I don't want to bump this, and it wouldn't be so bad to move those because I can just put them back, but this little slider here makes this larger and smaller, and I want it to stay the 2.6. So I am going to convert that to path. I'm going to convert this one to path, and I am going to group that. I'm also going to make sure it's on the grid. Now, when I made a different one of these for my purposes, and I magnified this to make sure everything was really exact, but just to show you, I'm just going to run through it. I have a chrome shelf, a bookcase, sewing cabinet, wardrobe, and corner sewing table that I would like to fit in here that are the main pieces. And in addition, I have some of these little drawer shelves here. But these are my main pieces. This sewing cabinet has 3 sides that are workable. That means they have shelves on the bottom and little drawers, and then only one side is solid. So I need to be able to get to the 3 sides here. So I can't really put this in a corner, although I could put it against a wall. But we'll see what I have room for. I have a corner sewing table. Now, if I put it here, it's going to block some of that window, which wouldn't be bad because it's desk height, so I'd still be able to see out the window. But I'm going to have some curtains here, and if I don't have to put it there, I'm not going to, but if I did have to, it wouldn't be that bad. So I'm going to go ahead and rotate that 180 degrees and see if I can fit that in this corner right here. So if I put that there, and again, not caring yet where I put this, I have this bookcase, and I went to see, like, okay, if I put the bookcase there, I have plenty of room for the window. Now that can't butt up right against the wall because I have this kind of molding. This is a really old house, and that molding comes out at the bottom. So nothing goes right up against flush with the wall. So I want to put that out just a little bit. I'd rather be give space than find out after I've moved everything over there that I don't have the space. So I'll move this out a little too. Now I have this. This is one of the chrome restaurant type shelves. Now I could put that there, and that fits nicely. So I could put that right there. I could put that, if I rotate it, I could put it, I can't put it there. It's going to block the window way more than I want. Plus it won't fit there with the door. It could fit there with the bookcase, and it can fit here, but I think I'd rather have this bookcase on this side. It's going to block the window a little bit, but that gives me some room for this because I still have this wardrobe here. Now I can put the wardrobe here, and I don't, if I put this, I could put this down here and then put my bookcase here, and that's nice. The only thing is I'm going to have this extending out kind of awkward from the bookcase. So I'm going to have the bookcase, and then, but see, the point is that you can do all of that with the Silhouette software. I can put this in the middle because I have clearance there from the door, and the door isn't going to be open if I'm not going in and out of it. So I don't mind that that door opens up into that right there, as long as it doesn't hit it. I have a good amount of space to walk around to get to this side, and I can have a chair on this side and on this side for my sewing machines. So this side would be the cutting side, so it doesn't matter if I don't have much room to walk, although I think I'd want more than the couple of inches there. So I might go ahead and move this down. Again, it would only cover a tiny bit of that window. I think I'll move this over here. Again, a little bit of the window, but I'll have curtains that come to the sides, so that's okay. And then I might move my wardrobe there and bring this down. But the point is that you can do this with these pieces. You could also take, when it's in this form right here, you could take your sketch pens, and you could draw this out on chipboard right here. If you thought you would use this more than maybe this one time, you could cut this out on chipboard or sketch it out, and then you could cut it out. Maybe you'd cut it out about an eighth larger than the actual than what the sketch pens would sketch. And then you could take cardstock and cut these pieces out and label them, and you could sit and you could put them different places while you're at your home dec store or your craft store that sells craft furniture, because once you get these pieces in here and you have everything where you want, and you think that this is, you know, comfortable for you, say if I want that there and then this here, I can measure while I'm there how much space I have. If I want something here while I'm sitting there, and if I decide, well, they're selling a bookcase that I really like, but it is a quarter of an inch larger than this space I have. This would be 1, 2, and 2.5, maybe 2 3/4. But then you're coming up right against that door. And so you could decide all of that. You could also cut these pieces out for a child's room. You could sketch out your room, cut these little pieces out. You could have a piece for a bed, a piece for the dresser, a vanity if they had one, a toy box, and you could let your child sit and help rearrange their room and make them feel like they're a part of it and have them interacting with the redecorating of their room. You could do this for a kitchen. You could even make these for sale. You could have people come to you and sketch out their kitchen, and then they could take that kitchen measurements, as long as you make sure that the measurements are as exact as you can get them, and they could take all of these things to their kitchen, to their home decorating store, and they could plan out their kitchen and for cabinets. And it's just another tool that we have to make our lives easier. You can go to the Nearby Artisans website and be listed and let people in your community and in your area know that you're there and that you can make these things. Thank you for watching.